To whom it may concern, may the P be with you.
Hi, this is Axcel. Welcome to the first episode of To Whom It May Concern, where I give tips, tell stories, or just share a peace of mind to whoever it concerns. For your information, I'm a development communication freshman at the University of the Philippines-Los Banos. And to be honest, I'm one of those students who does not really know what development communication is. What do we do here? What do we do in the society? Katulad ba nito ang journalism course ng journalism program ng UP Diliman, ganyan. What are the things that I need and I must have in order to survive this program that I'm not really familiar with? And I'll make that as my take-off point to delve into the real essence and content of these episodes. I asked my ates and kuyas in UPLB Perspective. By the way, I'm a staffer. I'm a new staff at UPLB Perspective. Perspective is the official campus publication of UPLB. Tinanong ko yung mga ate at kuya ko sa UPLB of the things, the gadgets, the tools, and whatnot that a freshman must really have in order to survive their first year or their DevCom journey. So, to whom it may concern, these are the tools, gadgets, or equipment that a development communication student must have. May the force be with you. So, the first person that I run to was Kuya Gerard Laitia. He is the current layout editor of UPLB Perspective and also the current director of Usapang LB. So, according to him, here are the top 5 things, gadgets, or equipment that a development communication student must have. First on the list is Adobe Package. I think this includes Adobe Premiere, Adobe InDesign, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Lightroom, and Adobe After Effects. I think that is the Adobe package that he is referring to. And I can't agree enough because DevCom is a program that is comprised of both production and writing. Having this Adobe package will really make our lives easier and convenient. You need to have a video editor. Hindi naman kailangan maging pro ka na sa editing, maging pro ka na sa paggamit ng Adobe Premiere Pro, ganyan. Because as a beginner like me, I think pwede na tayong mag-start sa Canva because, hello, yung privilege natin, gamitin natin. Yung privilege ng UP Mail natin, gamitin natin. Or any other video editing app like iMovie for iOS or ano ba pag Android? KineMaster, Sony Vegas, basta we need, according to Kuya Gerard, we need to have a video editor. Of course, sabi niya, if we have a video editor, we must have a photo manipulating or photo editing app. As a beginner, hindi naman siguro required na Photoshop na agad yung gamitin natin. Again, we have the privilege of UP Mail. Let's use it. Let's maximize it. We have Canva. Hello, ang pinakatakbuhan ng lahat ng estudyante. Ang pinakatakbuhan ng lahat ng PubMats ay ang Canva. So I think as a beginner, we can start using Canva. Then if we want to upgrade, we can use and we can learn Photoshop, ganyan. So, in a nutshell, according to Kuya Gerard, we must have a photo editing or photo manipulating app. According to him, kailangan may package din tayo ng Google Docs, Google Sheets, the Google Forms, Google anything that Google has to offer. Yun, syempre nga naman, We have writing courses. Kailangan natin ng documents and whatnot. So I think these Google applications na ay talagang magagamit natin at talagang kailangan na kailangan siya. Actually, kahit hindi naman siguro DevCom, must have talaga ang mga Google package na ito sa lahat ng students. And the fifth, according to Kuya Gerard, is Thesaurus and Dictionary. Well, meron naman tayong online dictionary, online thesaurus with Merriam-Webster. Hindi po ito sponsor. But, kailangan natin ng thesaurus and dictionary. Kasi nga naman, hello. So, feeling ko guilty ako dito. Pag wala nang, alam mo yun, na feeling na redundant na yung paggamit mo ng word. Okay, tatakbo po muna ako sa thesaurus. However, not every synonym ay pwede natin gamitin with that particular word. We also have to check the meaning of the synonym na inaay natin gamitin. And the second person that I ran to was Ate Isabel Pangilinan. Ate Isabel Pangilinan is the current managing editor of UPLB Perspective. According to her, these are the must-have things, gadgets, tools, and principles that a development communication student must have. First, sabi niya ay laptop. Of course. We are in the middle of a pandemic. We are forced to study online. We are in a remote learning setup and we really need a gadget like laptop in order to, conform to the demands of these remote learning setup. However, hindi naman lahat sa atin is privileged enough to procure a laptop, ganyan. And that's a sad thing about this pandemic because it exacerbated the borderline, the line between the privileged and the underprivileged. According to her, it's really a must-have to have a laptop. Kasi nga naman, DevCom is, again, writing and production course. And, you need this gadget, you need a laptop to edit, to video edit, to photo edit, to type your documents, to type your essays and articles and whatnot. Kailangan din ng Grammarly app. Yes, Grammarly is God tired. Kung wala ka pang Grammarly app na parang naka-install sa iyong Google account, then you better install it. Kasi ang helpful niya. Lalo na kapag sa Google Docs ka magta-type. Parang nag-o-auto-correct, ganyan. Parang na-auto-check niya na yung grammar mo, yung paggamit ng mga prepositions, yan. Diyan ako laging nadadali ni Grammarly. Sa tamang paggamit ng prepositions. So, if wala ka pang Grammarly na naka-install sa iyong Google account, you better install it, darling. And third, according to her, ito naman ay isang prinsipyo na kailangan ng development communication students. Ito, ang sabi niya, pagmamahal sa bayan. Yes, tama. We as development communication students, we must have a genuine sense of nationalism. Kasi merong mga tao na, aminin natin, parang quote-unquote, pinipeke lang nila yung quote-unquote sense of nationalism nila because they want to conform to this certain people, they want to be belonged. Kasi according to them, some of them believe that being mulat or being aware of the things that is happening in our society is a trend na kailangan nating i-debunk. So as a development communication student, it is our responsibility to write for the marginalized sector as per Ms. Nora N. Cabral, to amplify their voices, to communicate and relay development and change to the people at the margins. It is really a must-have above all these gadgets and tools and equipment. It is really a must-have to have a genuine love for the country. So yung iba niyang sinabi is parang katulad na lang din na sinabi ni Kuya Gerard. So I'm skipping them. So The third person that I ran to was Ate Princess Ann Curioso. She is a current news staff and a host in training for Usapang LB. According to her, here are the top 5 things, gadgets, or applications that a development communication student must have. First, Open Athens. Yes, palagi itong sinasabi sa amin na aming mga profs, hindi lang sa DevCom but on other courses, na I can't stress it enough, but let us maximize our UP, the privilege of having a UP mail, kasi it gives us the privilege to have an Open Athens account. So parang yung Open Athens, it's an online library where you can search for research studies, ganyan, na relevant on your topic. So it's really a must-have to create an account in Open Athens. Kasi nga, ayun, parang the researches are out there for free. Second is Canva. We need to have a photo and video editing app na alam mo yun, beginner friendly, ganyan, because hello, as I've said a while ago, Canva is a best friend. Canva is a best friend. Kasi nga, this is where we run to whenever we need to edit something, whether it's a video or a photo. Ayan. So it really is a must-have to create a Canva account. Third, Notion. Yes. Are you familiar with Notion? Notion is a note-taking app, downloadable for iOS and Windows user. Even sa kahit sa cellphone, nagagamit siya actually. You can do everything that you want in Notion. You can take down your notes, you can take down your to-do list, you can monitor your course. It has a course tracker kasi. So parang you can input there all your requirements, the deadlines that you must comply with. It will just remind you of the time na sinet mong i-remind ka niya. You can also plot your calendar, your monthly calendar with it, yung mga events na kailangan puntahan, yung mga events na kailangan mong attendan. You can just plot it in there. You can also compile your reading materials, yung mga research na nag-gather mo, yung mga document na nag-gather mo. You can compile all those things in Notion. Yeah, as I've said, you can also do minutes of the meeting in Notion. Yeah, so basically, Notion is everything. We can find peace, sanity in installing Notion. Kasi nga ayun, napapadali niyo yung ating buhay as a student. Eh tayo pa naman, hello, ang dami nating backlogs. Ang backlogs ay kakambal na natin. Napakaano niyang app para ilista lahat ng backlogs mo doon, para i-monitor mo kung ano na yung progress mo, ganyan. So, yeah. Yung dalawa niyo pang sinabi is nabanggit na naman kanina. So, I'll just skip on it. So, basically, that's it. Yun na ang mga must-have things, equipment, gadgets, and tools na a development communication student, especially a beginner like me, must really have. So, I'm not saying naman na procure all these things, install all these things, you must really have all these things, but I'm really just giving you tips and advice para mas madali yung maging takbo ng buhay natin sa remote learning, sa pag-adjust natin sa ating college life, and especially sa pag-journey natin sa development communication program. I hope all of these things that I have mentioned and said can really help you a lot. And again, I got all these things from my brothers and sisters, from my ates and kuyas at UPLB perspective. May tiwala ako sa mga sinasabi nila because, hello, hindi sila magiging UPLB perspective staff and editors if they can't. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it for our first episode. May the force be with you, be with us, always. All the best, Axcel.